Welcome to From the Porch. I am Shannon Berkelback, and I am on the porch today with Mr. Danny Rumph out here at Cryin Coyote Ranch, and it is just the most beautiful scene on his porch. I wish you could be here and see the pond, and the sun's about to set. So anyway, we're going to talk about how we used to be neighbors, actually. We used to own the ranch next door, and so we got to play with horses and cows some, and just want to talk about that. But how did you even get to Waller and get this beautiful ranch?
Well, I guess originally I found out about Waller. I was in the pharmaceutical business a long time ago, for some number of years. And I used to come to Waller, and I called on a pharmacy here. And Lenny Saladino was the pharmacist. And
We all know Lenny.
We all know everybody in Waller, I'm pretty sure, knows Lenny, that's been here any time at all. I think now they just relocated to the Fredericksburg area. I think he and his wife have moved to now. But anyway, so knew Lenny, met Lenny, and quite charming gentleman that he is. And he had some land here, and he and his wife, and I think her family had some land south of Waller, and would go dove hunting with him over on his property, and would come out here on a fairly regular basis and shoot dove at Lenny's place, or maybe it was his in-laws' place, but anyway, it's all family. So anyway, that was sort of the introduction to Waller, and that happened for a few years. I don't know, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years or so. And so anyway, that was my introduction to Waller, and I never forgot the charm of Waller and how pretty Waller was, and it's even better now since that 290 opened. Not that a freeway is better for rural land, but as far as being a tourist and driving through Waller County, it really opened up. Like, wow, I never knew Waller looked so nice, coming through the
rolling hills.
Coming through the rolling hills, and then when the corn was up and growing and green for, miles and miles as far as the eye could see, it's like, wow, is that Waller? So anyway, those are my early memories. But I bought this ranch way before that 290 freeway ever opened, and was a good thing because land has escalated in price so much, as you certainly know. So anyway, that was a good thing about making a significant land purchase so many years ago. Could not do that now. Could not buy 300 acres at this point in Waller County. I don't know what that would cost. 30 million, 40 million, I don't know, in the millions, right? That's too much money. Anyway, so found this ranch. So why don't I'll go back. So my beginning here of buying the ranch, I had a couple of ranches, smaller ranches, but I saw the pastures that this ranch has, and they were not taken care of, not very well maintained. Didn't even know that coastal Bermuda grass was in the pastures. And so that was my goal, was to buy this ranch and improve the pastures. And pasture improvement is extremely time consuming, and that does not happen overnight, and it takes honestly years and years. And I've had this ranch in excess of 30 years, since 1993, in that range. So it's nonstop playing with your pastures. It's nonstop.
Yes.
Especially if you want to be weed free and control the weeds. You can't ever get rid of all of the weeds, but that's why it's nonstop, because you're constantly trying to at least set them back and improve your coastal, and coastal will somewhat dominate the weeds in many cases, as long as you have good fertile land.
And you do sell your hay. You have a hay barn.
Well, and that was the goal, is like maybe we can make good hay, and then there wasn't really a lot of people doing square bales of coastal that many years ago. A lot of round bales in this country, because there wasn't a lot of land available then, but a lot of that land now has been taken off of the market.
We're losing a lot of farmland, which is scary.
A lot of farmland. Yeah, there's a large farmer here that the dad and his son and his two sons, or he told me the other day, they've lost hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of acres. And so, that's really sad for. In one respect, I mean, it's good for the county. It's going to bring a lot of, but that land is going to the development, be it commercial and residential. And I think in the residential world, I don't even know what the last number is. Shannon, you probably know better, but it's in excess of 10,000 homes or people, I think. All right.
Oh, it's way more than that. We're going to quadruple.
It's way more than that now.
Yes. You can't even keep up. It's just growing so much. We can show you the numbers later. Maybe you can post them. It's constantly changing.
So it's
you go into all the economic.
The numbers I originally was hearing was like 10,000 people were. Maybe that was a couple of years ago, and now I know everywhere I drive in Waller County, where it used to be rural and where I used to shoot dove and hunt around here, it's all gone, or it's in development. The land is there, of course, but it's in development. It certainly has come out of agricultural use and gone into residential and commercial. So, so that's the downside of wanting to move to a small area, to a small community where you know everybody. And I mean, Waller County has been a charming little community for forever.
Yeah. Now, when you go to a football game, you don't know everybody. It used to be you knew all the families and all the players. And so I don't really go anymore because I don't know them.
Yes, I know. Well, yeah.
It happens.
I mean, I would drive from here to Waller on 1488, 362, and knew practically every car that you passed. And actually, there wasn't even many cars that you passed. But now it's like, actually, it's a backlog. I know, like 362 coming from Waller into 1488. Now in the afternoons, there might be 30 plus cars back there at that stop sign.
We're going to have a light soon.
I'm sure that's going to be a light soon. And that is going to be a 4-lane highway coming through there as well.
Right.
This 1488 is already widened pretty much from 45 to just this side of Magnolia. And plans are, I know, in place to make this a 4-lane road. There's not sure exactly what side of it, people that own property. And like I have a business on 1488 in Fieldstore Road. Mm-hmm. I sell buildings. I sell steel buildings and barns and portable buildings and finished cabins that we have there. And it's about 3.5 acres. And so I have a lot of road frontage, but I use that property all the way up to the road practically. Mm-hmm. And so the expansion is going to take. A friend of mine, Larry Herr, on the opposite side of the road has an auto repair place, and so he's afraid of losing anything in the front. He's not going to have parking for his customers.
Y'all are going to fight over which side of the road they're taking.
And then if they come on my side, I'm going to lose a significant amount of land where I've got buildings inventoried. So, we hear one day they're going to take land from Larry. We hear, a few months later they're going to take it from my side of the roads. Yeah. So who really knows the answer? No. Shannon, you might know the answer.
No,
you're more involved in politics.
They haven't decided, but they will contact you. They will contact you. So yeah, you have the building business, and you do sell hay, and I actually buy feed from you too. So the Timothy pellets, alfalfa pellets, can get that by the pallet, which is nice. I like to be able to keep it local. I mean, I buy some things at Tractor Supply, but when I can, I'd rather buy from you. So neighbors supporting neighbors. But kind of part of this podcast too is like how you stay connected, and how we originally got connected was really with horses and sorting practice, and that was always really fun out here, just to have the big groups out at your arena. We were actually using my dad's cattle at that point, coming over here and doing that. So those were just some really fun nights. I know we're not doing that out here anymore. More sorting.
Well, I did that for a long time, and that was actually, it was very fun. I met tons of people like that, including Shannon. I guess I didn't meet your dad there, but certainly met you there. And most of my Bruner Road neighbors, which adjoins my property, kind of even cuts through my property over here. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so 14, 15, 16, 17, probably 17 years, I did the sorting over there on Wednesday nights. And hardly ever missed a night. And I had some people working for me, Jimmy and Donna, Dish Room, that helped me every Wednesday night out of 17 years, they missed one Wednesday night.
Wow.
Now, how's that for a record?
Yeah, they kept it organized, kept the text messages going or emails going, and
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, Donna took on that. I said, Donna, I can't keep up. Well, I'll do it, and I can do it. And I said, well, I can't be here every Wednesday night. Jimmy says, well, I can do it, and I can be here. So anyway, yeah, we kept we kept that going for all those years. And when it came to near the end, Jimmy told me like 1 year in advance, next year we're not going to do this anymore. So I had about a 12-month warning, a notice of that they'd be leaving. So you can't ask for any,
That's good notice.
better help than that.
Yeah, but now you're doing more cutting and traveling, doing that competitions.
Well, yes, I've been involved now with cutting horses. I've been involved with horses forever. I don't even know how many years. All the years out here, plus some years, but cutting very seriously for 5 years, maybe five plus years, and cutting. During December is a slow month for cutting, but starting the end of this month, actually in Lufkin, all the way through next November, there's 25, 27 different cuttings, and I will make most of those cuttings. So yeah, so I'm very active.
Yeah, this is why it's been hard to pin him down to talk on his porch, because he's been to lots of cutting shows. I see you on Facebook.
Well, I didn't have
fun.
anything to say, Shannon. I didn't know. It was like I didn't know I didn't know what I was going to talk about.
I know you can talk about all kinds of things. So, yeah. So, any other ways you stay connected in the community, though, since we don't have our sorting, and what are some other things you do to stay connected?
Well, as far as connected, with the horse people, I'm a lifetime member of the Houston Livestock Show and Radio, so I was very actively involved with them for years. Not so much active anymore, but am still the lifetime member. I'm a lifetime member of the NRHA, National Reining Horse Association. I stay connected with those people, and a lot of those are local. Lifetime member of the NCHA, National Cutting Horse Association, and there's a lot of those people local that keep me informed or with friendship and the horse thing going. So, and what else do I do? Locally in Waller County, I donate. For me, it's a lot of money, but I donate a significant amount of money to the Waller County Fairgrounds every year.
Great program.
A guy locally, Clint is his name. He came about and he built this huge arena for Waller County. Maybe 4 years ago now. And it's a very impressive arena compared to what was there. Actually, I don't think there was even an arena there.
I grew up barrel racing there with the Little Britches Rodeo barrel racing. So
yeah, so Clint, whoever would have known that Waller County would have had an arena, the size and the depth and the quality that Clint, I think that was kind of his idea, but certainly some of his money helped, and father-in-law, I think, helped put that together. And then he came along and had an idea that, okay, we have this nice arena. Maybe we could have some suites added up there, up on the second story of that arena. And I think I'll build these. I don't know what he built initially. I think there's 15 up there now. I want to say it's 15. I might stand to be corrected, but something like that. I think initially he built maybe 8 or 10, and they sold out, and it was a significant amount of money. And all that money went to help pay for that arena. And the Horse Association locally and for the Waller Rodeo to continue building and improving the grounds, and they certainly have done that. Built a huge horse barn over there that's about 105 stalls, and I think Clint's or the rodeo now, I think he's stepped back a bit, but I think they've got plans now to add more stalls over there. I don't know, I'm going to say 20 to 40, maybe 50 more stalls. It would be now 150 horse stalls there for horse events that's happening.
I know it's bringing a lot of money to the county and a lot of fun to the county.
Yes, yeah. So they're keeping that arena very busy, and they rent that out. Of course, they lease it out by the day or by the weekend, and so I don't know what those numbers total, but certainly totals a lot of money.
It's not a nonprofit.
It's very capitalistic, but I mean they are a nonprofit organization.
Oh.
But all of that money, right? Okay. I'm pretty sure that's correct. It's a nonprofit.
We'll look that up.
And it would, to be confirmed, yes. Okay. Yes, you correct me if I'm wrong on that. But but anyway, lots of money goes, but the money is spent, I think, very, um, uh, what's the right word? But anyway, they're using, I think, all of the right minds to, focus on development, to keep the kids interested and keep FFA and 4-H going out here in Waller County.
Yeah, because the animals kind of kept us out of trouble, at least me.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that's one reason we want to kind of keep the kids with their animals. They're too busy and too tired to go get in trouble, right? And that's why these city people are coming out here. We got to get them involved in 4-H, FFA, fairgrounds.
Absolutely.
I think it's good.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I think that's a big opportunity for all of the new schools being built. But I mean, I don't think they have FFA in elementary schools,
No.
but certainly in high school, maybe 8th grade, 9th grade, and up.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably correct. But anyway, that 4-H and FFA has been here forever, and I hope, for the growth of Waller County and continuing the agricultural life in Waller County, let's say. I hope that FFA continues to grow and have a lot more interested kids than ever before.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for sharing your porch with us and your story of kind of how you got here. I actually didn't know the pharmaceutical story, so cool.
Yeah, that was about 15 years of my life. So if we're about ready to end this, so one of my goals always was that that I've said for a long time, if I could make a living wearing blue jeans and boots, that's all I wanted to do. I could make a living, pay my bills with blue jeans and boots, and so for 35 years,
Living your dream.
For 35 years, that's still going on.
Nice, cool. Well, if anybody needs hay, feed, buildings, kind of look up Cryin Coyote Ranch, and you can find them.
Well, thank you for that, Shannon. And we are open Monday through Saturday from 8 to 5, and would be happy to answer any questions, share our hay with you. Come pick up a bale of hay and look at it and try it if you'd like to do that. And if anybody has any steel building questions, we'd like to feel free to call us at CCR Buildings, and we're happy to answer any questions. And I go out to properties on a regular basis and look at properties and maybe give some insight about what a person can build, or how much room they have, and so we love to answer questions, and that's certainly a no charge thing that we provide. And so any questions you have about steel buildings or hay or anything like that, please let us know.
Yeah,
we're here to.
Yeah, we're here to support our neighbors, so we want to buy locally when we can. So, cool. We all subscribe and share this with your friends so we can get to know all your neighbors. See you next time.